Last few days, we've been working with a group of young artists and professional artists to bring to light something which Geraldine Connor actually had as her next piece that she'd like to develop. Something that's stimulated and inspired by A Midsummer Night's Dream, the Shakespeare play. When I was a younger artist, it was interesting to think, oh, you just rock up and perform on the day. And that's never how it works. Now these young people are learning that there's a creative process that goes on behind closed doors that the public don't necessarily get to see, and at times it can be so enlightening, and at other times it can be really, really stressful or really, really intense. And we're getting all of those different experiences, which I hope a lot of these guys can carry forward as part of their learning.
What's good, particularly for a writer's point of view, is that if you're able to hear it before you start writing and you're able to see the possibilities, then you go ahead and you just create magic with it.
I was particularly interested in doing the R&D because I felt that I wanted to have a fairly authentic voice for the younger characters in it. I was also really interested in exploring the idea of how technology, as it changes so rapidly, what are the constants in it? So if you write a play now, how is it relevant in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time?
I didn't actually come with any expectations. I came with a completely blank slate, just waiting to see how people would respond to the material that we've already come up with. We have a nutshell of ideas. We have a structure of a story. And I've written a few musical ideas, which we played to everyone on the first day. It really is an exploration of different worlds.
Each world has a different style of music. So the cold world is steady beat and it's very uniform.
Second one's more fun and it's more open and vibrant and carnival-like.
And then there's the third world, which is like the spiritual world. That was more like flowy.
I knew that the process would be a very organic process, and the group of participants that we've brought together have been really, really impressive.
They knew that they were going to be part of something quite creative, and I think that's what brought them here. The first day was getting to know one another, get a sense of what was required from them and how much of them could be part of this development.
I didn't really know what I was actually jumping into, but all I heard was music and I was there.
I didn't expect it to be as kind of hands-on all the time and as being as creative as we have been. I thought it'd be like, oh, they've got the ideas, we'll just say a few words and then, but no, we've been able to create a lot more than I thought we would be.
I think having the different ages definitely works. You know, the arts, music, dance, all of that brings people together no matter what age you are.
And as well as teaching them, we learning from them because they just have so much to give.
To me, I feel already I'm learning, and and that's another thing I try and always remind myself that you can never stop learning. There's always places to learn things, so I'm really happy to be here.
There's a lot of talent in the room, a lot of talent.
As teacher or instructors or coach, we are here just try to open up and give those young people an opportunity to blossom and shine themselves.
For your singers, then learning how to move, for your dancers, learning how to sing, and you have so many different languages in the room. And I think it's about utilizing everybody's skill to then create a multidisciplinary project.
The best part for me is actually the breaks. And when they think that they're just messing around and just creating their own ideas based on their own personality, that's when you see the magic.
They're getting to know people and kind of seeing how your skill merges with someone else's skill to create a performance.
Experimenting with our voices, making percussive noises using our bodies, collectively coming together and exploring natural sounds.
Like today we were walking around in circles and doing a call and response. It was quite complex because you're making one sound and you're listening to someone else. It's a bit confusing, but it was really different. It was quite effective.
There's also a really interesting scene that we're working on, which is about market traders. We spent a day in the market, getting to touch with the market atmosphere. How does it sound? How does it smell? How do people trade, etc.
Going to the market as a group was great. It was a really, really enjoyable and surprising experience.
Never really been to the market, so going there and seeing how it kind of operates and the relationship between stallholders and people who come there regularly to see what that kind of atmosphere is like.
Well, we hope that the young people can take as much experience from this process as they can and just channel it into their lives through their creative pathways.